Is fruit our friend or is fruit our enemy? Never juice it. You really technically don't really need fruit. Fresh is always better, isn't it true? And the answer might surprise you. Hi everyone, I'm Sosan, registered dietitian, certified diabetes educator, and today I am going to talk about a question that I have been asked many times. Sosan, can we eat fruit? Is fruit good for us or is it bad for us? Obviously, people worry about eating fruit because they worry about gaining weight, especially right now. Keto is so popular, and when you're on a keto diet, you cannot really eat fruits. You become what we call a fruit phobia. So today we're going to talk about, is fruit our friend or is fruit our enemy? So first of all, let's talk about fruits. So what does fruits contain? So fruits contains vitamins, minerals, phytonutrient, polyphenols, and we have fiber. Wonderful soluble and insoluble fiber. So there's a lot of benefit of eating fruits. However, did you know that eating vegetable is no different than eating fruits? In fact, if you don't eat fruits and all you eat is vegetable, you get all the nutrients you need. You really technically don't really need fruits. I know, we all love eating fruits because they taste so good. If you were to eating fruits, are they really good or is it really bad? So first of all, it really depends on how you take a look at it. Fruit contains fructose, right? Fructose is a form of sugar. And a lot of people worry about fructose because there's a lot of research to show that fructose increases that risk of fatty liver. Yes, any form of sugar, when it breaks down and when your body is not able to use them all, does lead to increase of blood sugar, which can increase the risk of insulin resistance, and it also increases the risk of fatty liver, especially what we know as fructose, which is mainly metabolized in your liver. However, fruit, when it combined with soluble fiber or with fiber, whether it's soluble or insoluble, actually has a different story. Because when we talk about fructose, we need to understand, what is that fructose? Is that natural or is that man-made? So a lot of research was worried about fructose as all came from man-made fructose. So what is man-made fructose? You might ask. It's known as high fructose corn syrup. And where are they? They are everywhere. Okay, one of them is your favorite drink. Your favorite Coca-Cola and all the different drinks are high in high fructose corn syrup, and on top of that, your ketchup, your sauces, snacks, and so forth. All these are very high in high fructose corn syrup. So every day you might be consuming lots of it without even realizing it. But when we talk about fructose combined with fiber, which is found in natural fruits, an apple, or when you eat a pear or orange, they have fiber, and because fiber is so good for us, that combination makes fruit not so bad. So number one, fruits with fiber, it's okay compared to what we call high fructose corn syrup, which is a completely different case. Number two, it really depends on what kind of fruits you're eating, because when we eat fruit, they're not all made equal, because some of them are low glycemic impact food or low glycemic index, and some of them are high glycemic index. So glycemic index is a measurement of how fast it raises your blood sugar. So high glycemic index, it raises fast, and low glycemic index, it raises slower. When we talk about low GI fruits, is like your berries, your strawberry, your raspberry, your blueberry, your blackberries. They are all good for you because they are lower sugar and they are filled with antioxidants. But when we talk about higher sugar fruits, or what we call higher GI fruits, they are your known as tropical fruits, like your banana, your mango, maybe even your melon, your grapes. These are very high in sugar and they are high GI fruits. And you probably ask, so does that mean I cannot eat my high GI fruits? And the answer is yes, you can still eat it, but there are some tips to eating it. And this is what I would suggest, because I myself love mango. So if I do plan to eat mango, I have some strategies. My strategies is maybe in my dinner meal, I would forego my starch or my carbs just so that I can enjoy my mango. And because I already ate some fiber in my meal, which is come from vegetable, my protein, and my healthy fat, so by the time I have my mango as a dessert, that mango would not raise my blood sugar too fast, is because I have these things to help balance it out. So in nutrition, it's all about balancing it. So I have the protein, the fiber and the healthy fat. So in this case, eating the mango, it's okay. But if I just have a mango on an empty stomach, it will shoot right up very, very quickly, despite the fact that the whole mango does have its fiber. So my suggestion is when you do eat a high GI fruit, make sure you combine it so that you're not eating it alone. And when you do eat it, again, portion control is still the key. Number 3 is that not all fruits are made equal because some fruits are higher in pesticide. So I would suggest that when you eat fruits, you need to look for fruits that are high in pesticide and try to eat them organic. So before I was mentioning strawberry, as much as I love strawberry, they are actually one of the what we call 30 dozen. They're part of the 12 foods that are higher in pesticide. And if berries is something that, especially strawberry, that you're eating on a daily basis, you might want to buy them organic. Another one is a very common one is apple. You might also want to buy them organic. But there are fruits that you don't need to buy organic, such as banana that we just talked about earlier. Always think about the 30 dozen and what are the top fruits that are high in pesticide, to be sure to buy them in organic, and those that are not part of the 30 dozen, you can buy them conventional way. And number 4, it is important that when you eat fruits, you always make sure you don't have it juice. Why? Is, I said before, fructose is on its own is not great, but fructose plus fiber is okay. So when you have it in a juice, guess what? The fiber is gone. And when the fiber is gone, when you drink that juice, the blood sugar will shot right up, and that will make that not a great choice. So whenever you have fruits, always make sure that you have it as a whole. And if you do, and if you have been following me, whether it's in my class or in my membership, as well as in the radio show, you all know that I love to make smoothie. So when I make smoothie, I add things to it to make sure that that fruit doesn't dry my sugar up too fast. So what do I add? Vegetable. I usually add a lot of spinach, a lot of my greens. I added some fiber, so the greens give me the fiber, but I also added the extra fiber and healthy fat from maybe avocado, chia seed, a lot of seed, and I added some protein powder for the extra boost of protein, but also to blunt that glycemic index a little bit, so that my smoothie is nice and balanced and does not cause my blood sugar to go up and down too fast, but stays in that even keel, which is exactly what I'm looking for. So number 4, when you do have fruit, never juice it. Last but not least, when you do have fruit, a lot of people ask me, okay, Sosan, fresh is always better, isn't it true? And the answer might surprise you, because it is not. Because I live in Toronto, but my fruits may look fresh, but not really fresh. Because when we talk about fresh fruits, is that I'm going back to my garden and pick up my fresh fruits, or I look at my local farm that are eating seasonal fruits. But I live in Toronto and we have winter and we don't have seasonal fruits local in Toronto. So what that happens is when you go to a supermarket and you buy your fruits, when you take a look at it, label, you will see Mexico, Brazil, you see maybe Florida, like anything southern from Canada. So that means when they are picked, they are not picked as ripened, right? They are picked as half ripened, because they know the whole process of transportation takes time, and by the time it gets here, it will ripen in time for us to buy. Guess what? During that whole process, because it picks it half ripe or half unripened, the nutrients are not maximized. So during the time with the transportation, those nutrients actually loses its value. So by the time it gets to the supermarket, back to our home, when we start eating it, a lot of nutrients actually get lost. So it's not so fresh after all. Then you said, what's the solution? My solution is, in the summertime, eat local. If you have fruits in your backyard, take advantage of it, or go to your local farm and eat fresh fruit, because that tastes the best and it is the maximum nutrition. But in other times when you don't have access to these food, my choice to you, or my recommendation to you, is eat frozen fruits, because frozen fruits is actually better than you think. Why? It's because with frozen fruits is they pick them at its peak, and because they pick them at its peak as in terms of ripeness, that means the nutritional value are at the maximum value. And what they do, they freeze them fast so the nutrient is actually retained. So by the time we actually open that bag and start eating it, those nutrients are still keeping it there. So their nutritional value are actually better than your supermarket or grocery store fruits. So next time when you actually was thinking, should I have fresh fruit in the supermarket or frozen fruits? My answer will be frozen. But in the summertime, here in Toronto right now, I would say go to your local farm and take advantage of it. And in the meantime, I hope these 5 tips help you understand that fruits is not so bad as an enemy if we know how to choose them smart. Quality matter, think low GI, high GI, think of pesticide, and last but not least, what are they pairing up with? And that's what it matters. So hopefully you find this information helpful, and as always, subscribe, like, and comment, and always remember my motto is 食得有型，活得健康。我哋下次再見，拜拜。And last but not least is very important is that when you do have fruit, oh my God, I don't remember.